Hi everybody, this is Leanne, and I know we haven't done a video in quite some time, and obviously we've previously used our YouTube channel as like a travel kind of blog when we did Japan. However, what I want to do is kind of use it for a completely different medium, because my new kind of journey at the moment is a fitness journey. And the reason why I'm doing that is, I suppose it's twofold really. First of all, because I'm getting married next year. I say I'm getting married, me and Joss are getting married next year, September the 2nd. Woo, Dubrovnik. So obviously that's a really big motivator for me and Joss in terms of our fitness journeys, because he's doing his own thing and I thought it'd be about time for me to do it. And second of all, because I feel like I've kind of stagnated a little bit with my own fitness journey and I need something to kind of challenge and motivate myself, and I suppose really just to see what my body can do and to shake things up.
Shake Weight is the flab-busting breakthrough that trims your arms and shapes your shoulders at the same time.
So to give you guys a little bit of context of how I started into this whole fitness journey in the first place, Joss and we had very rarely been to the gym in our lives. It wasn't something that it was part of like it is now. Obviously anybody who follows me on social media or who knows me or Joss knows how much we go to the gym at the minute and how much it's a big part of our lifestyles. We go about 5 times a week, and we really do enjoy going as well, which is awesome. But obviously before that became part of our lifestyle, me and Joss decided to lose a bit of weight before we went on holiday to Vegas. So I went there for my 30th birthday, which was lovely, because that's also where I got engaged as well, which was awesome, which was a lovely surprise. I've got like an aesthetic in mind for when we get married. And I know Joss obviously does as well, and he's got his own fitness journey, so we're going to be kind of like boys versus girls, I suppose. There's a few people I follow on Instagram who I really love and admire, and I just think that their body shapes are amazing. In particular, there's a woman who I follow and her Instagram is called Fit with Iulia, I think, and I know I'm going to say that wrong, so I apologise. But I think that her body physique's amazing because she's like really lean, but also quite muscular as well, which is something which I really want to achieve. Because like I say, because we go to the gym quite a lot, I know that obviously I've got a certain fitness level, but I want to be able to see like that muscle that I've built. So that's really important to me. What I really want to achieve as well, and I know it's kind of unattainable, but it's something which I'd like to kind of have a little bit more definition in, is my abs, because I work so hard on them. So I know the muscles there, I just want to be able to see them. But I know the abs, everybody always says are made in the kitchen, so I think that's going to be a massive part of that is going to be my diet, which I'm really scared about because my diet isn't brilliant at the minute. I've got a new personal trainer. I used to have a personal trainer when I first started losing the weight, and he was brilliant, was with him for about a year. And so kind of like been going solo for the next year, and now it's kind of like ready to push it to the next level. So I feel like having a PT would be a brilliant way of doing that. The plan is to kind of like update you with what's happening, with what I'm doing with my trainer, my new fitness plan, because like I said, that can change, because what I'm doing at the moment I'm going to keep doing just so my trainer can kind of see how my body reacts to just changing my diet first. And yeah, just kind of like keep you up to date with like things like my weight, which I'm going to do every Saturday just before my cheat meal, which I'll be working towards. I can't wait for those. And also like with measurements as well, because that's what's really important. It's not really about the weight. I'm not trying to lose weight as such. I mean, I might even put on weight, so who knows, because obviously muscle weighs a little bit more than fat or whatever, so it'll be interesting to see what that's about. But yeah, but also my measurements as well, because like I said, that's what's more important. So I'll be doing like arms, waist and hips as well, and also like taking pictures like every week as well, so for my own personal benefit really, so I can kind of see those changes, because quite often it's easier to see them when it's more visual. Okay, so another thing which I think I'm going to spend a little bit of time talking about, because this is something which is really been on my mind quite a lot and it's important to me, is what challenges I think I'll face, because I've kind of spoken about like all the positive things that I'm hoping to get from this. So, you know, the challenge and what my body can do and like being able to see the results. But actually there's a lot of kind of like, not worries, but things which I suppose, things I need to manage is I suppose the best way to say that. And there's quite a few things which I've been considering. First of all is that I got my new diet plan from my trainer yesterday night, so I've been shopping just after the gym to kind of get all those things. The good thing is I'm not picky at all, and I will eat absolutely anything, and I don't mind eating loads of healthy foods, it's awesome. But a challenge for me is that to be kind of like fit and healthy, a lot of the time it's about consistency, and it can be, and it doesn't have to be, quite same kind of things, so quite bland, quite boring meals. And I like to have kind of like really exciting kind of things. So that's going to be a bit of a challenge for me, having the same thing. But I suppose it's also going to be a good thing because it's easier to kind of plan those meals as well, because sometimes I'll come up with like elaborate meals and it'll like make me late for things, or because I'm always like thinking up new things. So it might be quite nice to have like the same thing, so I can just kind of like get it done, get it eaten, and get out the door and go to work or go to the gym or whatever. So I'm a little bit worried about that, I suppose. Also, I think it's more, with regard to my food, it's more not being able to track it. So what I've been doing for the past 2 years to kind of help me to manage my weight is tracking things on MyFitnessPal, and I found that so useful. It's a brilliant app for me because it helps me to understand how much I'm actually putting into my body and being like, oh god, I've kind of had a massive binge at the weekend, so maybe I've got to cut a little bit in the week. And that's kind of how I've been managing I suppose my diet and my weight at the minute. I haven't had any particular plan, but I've been calorie controlling it, I suppose. So say Monday to Friday, what I'll do is I'll have about 1,350 calories. And to be honest, since I've come back from holiday, I've just kind of been getting those calories from wherever. So I haven't had like, I've got to have some lean meat and vegetables and proteins. It's just, even if I eat like a cookie or something like that, it doesn't really matter as long as I'm within my calorie count, which I know isn't ideal. And on the weekends, so say like on a Saturday when it's like our cheat or treat day, whatever you want to call it, I will sometimes have like massive like 4,000 or 5,000 calorie binges, which is not great. So I'm kind of, it's going to worry me a little bit not being able to track things, because my trainer was saying, obviously it's not about the calories and things like that, it's just about what I'm putting into my body. So it's kind of getting my head around not calorie counting. And again, that might be a good thing because it means that I'm going to save time as well. So I'm not going to be sat there like tracking for like 10 minutes a day and scanning everything I eat in, because that can be really frustrating sometimes, I know, for me and for Joss, because it's like, it's quite pointless really. So it might be quite nice just being able to know that what I'm putting in my body is good and the calories don't matter. So yeah, that's like one of my other biggest challenges. Also, food is like a massive part of mine and Joss's social life as well. Like we love going out to eat or getting takeaways. And what's worrying me is that November's gonna be a really busy month for me. Like every weekend I've got something on, and when I mean I've got something on, it always involves either going out, like say like drinking with my friends, or I've got like a gig coming up, so I'll be drinking, and then obviously I won't be at home, so I'll be like not on track in terms of what I'm eating. So it's like eating out and things like that, and trying to fit that actually into my diet plan. So there's that kind of difficulty, but also that I don't want like my friends to think I'm like really boring and like, oh, she can't even go out to eat anymore, she can't even go out to have a drink anymore, because I've only got that one day, or that one meal, should I say. It's not even a day anymore, it's one meal that I can have that. And a lot of the time I'd want to spend that with Joss, like going out for a meal or going out for or getting a takeaway, something like that. So I'm going to find it quite tricky having to say no to people because I can't have that because of my diet. But I know that it's more important what I want to work towards at the moment, and it's not going to be forever. I think people assume it's going to be like, that's it for life, you're never going to be able to do these things again, and it's not like that at all. It's just because I've got a goal in mind. But yeah, I just love my food, so it's going to be quite tricky not going out to eat like all the time, because I just love it. And me and Joss have been referred to as like the trip advisors of Hull before, because we got to eat that much, so managing that's going to be quite tricky. The other thing is, because like I said, I've kind of got like an aesthetic in mind, and like I said, I'll put a picture up or something like that to kind of give you an idea of where I'd like to work towards. I feel that not everybody who I kind of share that with likes that image as well. So some people don't like muscular kind of girls, and I think that whenever I say that I want to lean up and like get a bit more muscular, I think people have got in mind that I'm going to become some kind of like She-Hulk and look like really manly, when that's not the case at all. That's not like my plan. I think that some people maybe don't understand that, or they don't find that attractive, which is absolutely fine, because everybody's got like their different views of what they like and things like that. So yeah, I'm going to find that a little bit difficult as well. But like I said, it's not really a worry, it's just something which I need to be aware of and manage. And the final thing is that I've got to start doing protein shakes. And like before, I used to always like say to Joss, whenever he'd say, oh, do you want a protein shake? I say, oh no, I'd rather like eat something rather than have that. But what I realised is it's more convenience, and that sometimes it's a lot easier to get your protein from a protein shake than having to then go and like cook a chicken breast or something like that. So it's more a convenience thing, and being able to fit getting that amount of protein into my lifestyle and eating that much as well. So it's, you know, like buying different protein powders, finding out what I like, because there's quite a few where I think, oh, I don't really like that. So trying to fit those in as well, especially around my work, because I like travel around for work a lot, so I'm in my car a lot of the time, and I work in schools, so I've kind of like got this idea in my head that it's going to look really weird if I start cracking out the protein shakes and things, but I'm sure I'll kind of work around that. So yeah, that's another thing, but I just thought I'd kind of share those because that's something that's been on my mind, and maybe that's something which I can reflect on as well in these videos, because I think that'll be quite interesting to kind of see what I worried about at the start and whether that is actually an issue or not, or how I overcome that. So it's quite a nice medium to film it, I suppose, to see how I kind of overcome that as well, because that's another challenge, isn't it, really? So yeah, they're all kind of like little things that I wanted to share with you, so you can kind of understand me and my journey and things like that as well, really. So that's just something else I wanted to talk about. The last thing I wanted to say was, if any of you guys have got any questions whatsoever, just comment on the video, and I will hopefully like answer them maybe in my next video or something like that, because you might have like loads of questions. I know when I did my weight loss journey the first time, I used to get like a few messages and things like that, so I was like how I did it or what I was eating and things like that. And obviously it's completely different from person to person, but you know, I'll try and answer the best I can. But even if it's nothing to do with that, even if it's about like training, things that I do, anything at all, I'm quite happy to kind of answer it, because it might help me to kind of get my head around the whole journey as well. So yeah, that'd be really helpful if you guys wanted to do that, and I really hope that you enjoy my future videos and enjoy tracking my progress along with me. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and see you guys soon.